Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us. It's not tonight. This meeting was rescheduled from Tuesday, August 29th because of Hurricane Idalia. The August 29th special commission meeting and quasi-judicial public hearing item will be renoticed and rescheduled. We are thankful to have been spared the full force of the storm, and our thoughts are with those who were more significantly affected. At this time, we will open the meeting with an invocation followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, and that will be Vice Mayor Tom Reed.
Heavenly Father, we come before you to give you honor and praise. We thank you for the opportunity to come and gather together this evening. We ask for your hand of blessing on this meeting. We would have you guide and direct this meeting so that it's full of wisdom, productivity, and respect for one another. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Carly, if you can call the roll, please.
Heidinger?
Here.
Thomas?
Here.
Thompson? Reed?
Here.
Penny?
Here. All right, we're going to start off with department reports, and since Tom's voice is all warmed up, we're going to go right to Tom Reed, Public Safety.
Thank you. Busy week for the Public Safety Department. The South Pasadena Fire Department initiated emergency preparedness activities on Saturday, August 26th, with the 5 p.m. update from the National Hurricane Center that identified Tropical Depression Idalia. Initial forecast information from the NHC identified a track initiating just south of the Yucatan and resulting in landfall near the Big Bend around 6 p.m. on August 30th. At 3 p.m. on Saturday, August 27th, members of the City Disaster Committee participated in response operations coordination meeting with Pinellas County. At this time, Idalia was still a tropical depression and a Category 1 was expected at landfall. By the time we participated in the 3 p.m. call on Monday, the 28th, forecast conditions had changed dramatically. Although the projected storm path had remained relatively unchanged, Idalia was now expected to become a Category 3 by landfall. A mandatory Level A evacuation was declared for all residents, businesses, and visitors in Pinellas County, effective at 7 p.m. The South Pasadena Fire Department activated the primary EOC at Station 20 and began the call-down procedures for our 85 residents in the Special Needs Evacuation Program. On Tuesday the 29th, Idalia was a hurricane at 5 a.m. The South Pasadena Fire Department began special needs evacuation with the assistance of Pinellas County school bus drivers at 7 a.m. 3 school buses and 6 firefighters were utilized to complete the evacuation for those residents needing assistance. The secondary EOC was open at 6 p.m. The City of South Pasadena operated with 20 personnel at the secondary EOC throughout the mandatory evacuation. Calls for storm-related assistance were handled by the fire department crews being dispatched from this remote location. As of 5 a.m. on August 30th, Hurricane Idalia was a Category 4 with sustained winds of 130 miles an hour, nearing landfall of South Perry, Florida. South Pasadena Fire Department began the initial windshield surveys for damage assessment and safety needs at 7 a.m. EOC operations continued at the remote location until 3 p.m. with service calls and detailed damage assessment operations ongoing. On August 31st, the South Pasadena Fire Department has returned to normal operations, full normal operations. Cleanup activities continue as our vehicles and equipment have been exposed to salt water. Post-storm mud muck kits are available at the Fire Station 20 for those residents that sustained minor flooding and are unable to afford their own cleaning supplies. And this is, I get to do my fan of white thing.
There you go.
Come down to the fire station if you need one, put out by apparently the Salvation Army. If you have any questions, please call the Station 20 at 727-344-1666. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. All right, we'll go next to Community Improvement with Commissioner Ben Thomas.
Thank you, Mayor. We've almost completed the preliminary damage assessment following the hurricane. Many docks were damaged due to storm surge. Please be safe if traveling in a boat. You may not be able to see submerged or partially submerged debris. There is some wind damage, but the majority appears to be from storm surge and debris. There are links on the city website for FEMA flood safety to give guidance during the cleanup process. If you have damage, please contact the Community Improvement Department so that we can assist you with the permit process. Permits are not required for minor repairs, but replacement or of structural elements, cabinets, decks, awnings, or equipment do require permits. If you are unsure whether you need a permit or not, just contact the office and we'll be happy to assist you in any way we can. We can be reached at 727-343-4192. I repeat, 727-343-4192, or by email at thebuildingdepartment@mysouthpasadena.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. All right, we'll move on to Public Works with Commissioner Gail Neidinger.
Okay, thank you. We hope everyone fared well from Hurricane Idalia. Public Works started on Friday with preparations and continued through Tuesday this week. They prepped all of our city buildings and facilities to prevent water intrusion. They also provided and went through 12 yards of sand and 1,000 sandbags that were filled by our citizens to prevent water in their properties. Public Works had 4 employees join the EOC, the Emergency Operations Center, at Pasadena Church to ride out the storm. This area is higher ground, which is why they took all our trucks and equipment to be ready for use after the storm. This morning, the cleanup started throughout the city. Some of the parks have a lot of debris, so it will take a few days to clear them out. We ask our citizens to be aware of this when entering our parks. Our streets were not too bad. There was some flooding and only in some areas that are prone to flooding during high tides. Public Works monitored our lift stations throughout the storm, and luckily there were no issues. The city's garbage vendor, Waste Connections, is scheduled to perform normal pickups tomorrow, Friday, September 1st. Residents and businesses with storm debris are encouraged to put small pieces in garbage containers and bags and tie up bundles of branches and palm fronds. Piles of unbound branches or debris may not be picked up. To schedule a special pickup, please call 727-572-6800. And I want to personally thank our director, Sean Shimko, and the Public Works crew for their hard work and dedication, not only for the cleanup after the storm, but for their preventive work before the storm. Their actions helped to minimize delays in getting the city back to work and back to working order for our citizens and businesses. So thank you to all of you.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Commissioner Linda Thompson could not be here this evening, so I'm going to go ahead and do the finance report for her. Finance will be assisting in the collection and compilation of storm-related expenses in anticipation of the potential FEMA reimbursement process. At tonight's meeting, the Finance Department will be presenting the first reading of the tentative budget for the fiscal year ended September 30th, 2024, in the amount of $15,462,295 for all funds. A breakdown as follows: General Fund, $8,791,395. Capital Improvement Fund, $4,492,000 and $4,492,040. Sewer Enterprise Fund, $1,830,060, and Reclaim Water, $348,800. Okay, I think I got that right. And that's all I have for that report. All right, now we're going to move into the Administration Department report. I want to thank everybody who evacuated in response to Hurricane Idalia. In recent years, we have seen how storms can shift as they approach land, so it is important that evacuation orders are followed in an abundance of caution. I'd like to thank all city staff for their preparation and response to the storm, and we've got a great team serving our community. With waters receding from the streets and debris out of the roads, city offices resume normal business. In response to the storm, staff has been sharing information with the community on the city's website and social media page. And I'd like to encourage everyone, if you have not done so yet, to follow our Facebook page. And you can find us at www.facebook.com/City of South Pasadena FL. And check out our helpful information like debris disposal policies and photos and videos from the storm. So tonight is the first reading of the fiscal year 2024 budget. Public hearings for the budget and millage rate will be held on Monday, September 11th and Monday, September 18th. Information regarding the budget and commission meetings can be obtained through the city clerk's office, and city offices will be closed on Monday, September 4th, in observance of Labor Day. And everybody did a lot of labor in the last couple of days, so we thank you again. That's it for the reports this evening. We're going to move on to the People's Forum, and at this time, we'll open the People's Forum. And this is a portion of the meeting when the public can speak on anything that is not on the agenda. Is there anyone in attendance that wishes to speak for the People's Forum? Seeing none, I will close the People's Forum and move on to the agenda comment portion of the meeting. And so now we'll accept agenda comment. This is the portion of the meeting that the public can speak on anything that is on the agenda that is not a public hearing. Is there anyone in attendance that wishes to speak on the agenda comment? Seeing none, I will close the agenda comment portion of the meeting and move on to the next section, which is item 1, which is the public hearing quasi-judicial. This is consideration of application for an amendment to previously approved special exception from Causeway Village MHC LLC for 1375 Pasadena South, South Pasadena, Florida, 33707. And I'm going to ask our city clerk, Carly Lewis, to speak on this.
Yes, so I just wanted to, I believe you all know this, but I just want to make this announcement as well, just so it's a part of the meeting record. Due to noticing requirements that we are not able to meet this quickly, having rescheduled the meeting from Tuesday, we will have to renotice that process completely, which is going to take a little bit of time. We're in communication with the applicant about getting that rescheduled. I don't have a date or time yet, but we'll be working with you all in the coming weeks to get that rescheduled. It takes time to get that done. They have to resend all their letters. We have to re-advertise and whatnot, so.
But would it be during a normal meeting, probably, or?
We anticipate scheduling it the same day as a normal
Oh, okay.
meeting, but it will be similar to where we have a special commission meeting first.
Starting earlier.
And
And
then,
then this public hearing item as part of a regular meeting as well.
Okay.
That's our plan. I don't know what date that's gonna be yet. We're talking with them, so.
Yep.
okay, good, thank you.
All right. And we have no unfinished business. The next item is item number 2, and that is our consent agenda. And this is the approval of the meeting minutes for the months of June and July 2023, which are on file in the city clerk's office. And I'd like to get a motion and a second to pass the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second,
All right.
Do we have a motion?
I think Tom did.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
That's okay.
I'm going deaf.
What?
Huh? Okay.
I heard
You're not
second,
the-
I heard
you're not the
second, I
only
didn't
one.
hear first.
You
All
always
right. I
vote
know
for
we're all
me.
hurricane drenched, but let's,
Get that water out of my ear.
okay, let's do a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion passes. We'll move on to item number 3. This is ordinance number 2023-04, and I'm going to ask our city attorney to read the ordinance by title, please.
Ordinance number 2023-04, an ordinance of the City of South Pasadena, Florida, adopting fiscal year 2023-2024 budget, providing an effective date.
Thank you. So do I have a motion and a second to pass ordinance number 2023-04 on first reading?
Motion,
Second.
Okay, so I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this item? I think we've talked about it quite a bit. All right. Carly, can you call the vote, please?
Nightinger,
yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Penny.
Yes. Item number 4. This is resolution number 2023-06, and I'm going to ask our city attorney to read the resolution by title.
Resolution 2023-06, a resolution of the City of South Pasadena, Florida, appointing Sheriff of Pinellas County as the police department of the city for the period of October 1st, 2023 through September 30th, 2024.
Thank you. And do I have a motion and a second to pass resolution number 2023-06?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on the sheriff being our police? None? Okay. Carly, please call the vote.
Thomas,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Nightinger,
Yes.
Penny.
Yes. And item number 5. This is a motion, the ALS agreement, amendment number 1, and I'll ask our city attorney to read the motion.
Motion, all right. Motion proposed to approve Emergency Medical Services ALS First Responder Agreement Amendment Number 1, 2023.
And do I have a motion and a second to approve the motion as read by our city attorney?
Motion to approve that.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this item? All right, hearing none. Carly, can you call the vote, please?
Reed,
Yes.
Nidinger,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Yes. All right, item number 6, resolution number 2023-07. And I will ask our city attorney to read the resolution by title.
Resolution number 2023-07, a resolution of the City of South Pasadena, Florida, renewing the city's agreement to retain Wells, Hauser, and Schatzel, PA, to audit the city's financial records and provide support for fiscal year ending September 30th, 2023.
Okay, so I have a motion and a second to approve resolution number 2023-07.
Move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this item? Hearing none. Carly, please call the vote.
Nidinger,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Penny.
Yes. All right, our last item on the agenda is item number 7, and this is a motion for the PSTA Board appointee, and I will ask our city attorney to read the motion.
Proposed motion to appoint Vice Mayor Thomas Reed as the city's representative on the PSTA Board of Directors.
All right, I have a motion and a second to approve the motion as read by our
I'll
attorney.
make a motion.
And I'll second it.
Okay, motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this item?
I think you'll do a good job.
Thank you. I think it's important that the city be represented on one of the,
Yeah.
on the board with the Sunrunner coming the entire length of the city, so, thank you.
Anything further? No? Okay, all right, Carly, call the vote.
Thomas,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Nidinger,
Yes.
Penny.
Yes. All right, at this point, I am going to adjourn this meeting. Thank everybody for coming this evening.
Good job, everybody.